Hi, this is Billie Beene here with an update on a previous video I did. Today's date is May 22nd, 2023. This is my third YouTube channel. I have a subscribe button in the lower right corner of my screen. Thanks for like, subscribe, and share on YouTube and Rumble. Episode 21. Continuity of government is in play. 30 tons of explosives recently went missing. EBS, the emergency broadcast system, likely in the near future. And we can confirm, I have a second source now, General Zaluzhny is in a coma, the head of the Ukraine military. Some of my sources for this are God in the Bible, Patriot subscribers, Hal Turner, Monkey Werx, Jacob Dreesen, Dabu77, and J Willie. Okay, let me break this down for you. All right, so this morning we had some information from Hal Turner. Hal was previously with the FBI and handled global counterterrorism, still has contacts on a global basis. Talking about Congress, specifically it was the senators who were being given satellite phones, prepping for a possible cell phone outage in the U.S. All right, so new information. So, and then it speculated it was to go next to the House. This is correct. New information, the Congress is moving into continuity of government. They're going to U.S. underground bunkers. The House members and senators and other people in government and their families, they have to be in place by May 27. That's on Saturday. And so they're making all those preparations right now. And this is information coming from Hal Turner. They're going to an undisclosed underground bunkers. They have to be in place by Saturday, prior to Memorial Day on Monday. Now we have this. We have recently Dabu77, and I did some background checking. So Dabu77 released this in the last, probably May 21. But the 30 tons are 60 pounds of ammonium nitrate, an explosive, had actually been missing since April. And oh, coincidence, in April, part of the Congressional Sergeant at Arms Gibson, plus Homeland Security, was advising and facilitating and putting in place, getting in to Congress satellite phones. So we see the passing out of the satellite phones had been in progress since April, coinciding with the disappearance of 30 tons or 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate. Now, ammonium nitrate was also used in the Murrah building in 1995. Now, we know the ammonium nitrate is a fertilizer, but it's also used in explosives. Was in a truck in front of the Murrah building, 1995, would not have blown up the Murrah building. Inside the Murrah building on the steel structure were explosives to cause the building to implode, similar to the trade towers in 9/11. However, the ammonium nitrate in the truck did blow up. Now, this ammonium nitrate came from a company called, let me get my notes, Dino Nobel, that's been in this business for 150 years, supplying explosives for mining, for agriculture, fertilizer, for oil and gas exploration. So 150 years of experience in using explosives. Now, this company is owned by Inciti Pivot, primary shareholder in this company that owns the Dino Nobel company is John Ho from Hong Kong. Currently, because money has been down, these two companies are in the process of de-merger. So that's going on. It's always good to know what is the money aspect of these two companies. Now, the Dino Nobel is heading the investigation into the disappearance of this ammonium nitrate that was on a Union Pacific train, and we know the trains are owned by the deep state. And this is what they're saying, that it was loaded in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and seals were on the train cars. In other words, they have an explosive. They put seals on it. It's a security measure. If the seals are broken, then you have to believe someone's been into it. And then it arrived in California. Salt water, I believe is the name of it. California. And this happened in April, like maybe a week later. Seals are still on, but oh, the ammonium nitrate had all disappeared. So now this company and Union Pacific is putting out this theory that, oh, there were holes inside the rail cars, and the ammonium nitrate just all leaked out in the transit trip from Wyoming to California. Apparently, these two groups believe, well, they didn't put it out on mainstream media. It's just now coming out in bits and pieces on truther sites. And now this theory is being put forth. No, let's examine this. What's more reasonable is Dino Nobel, possibly with the CIA or some other shadow group, has engaged in a subterfuge, and that the ammonium nitrate was never loaded on these rail cars in Wyoming, but it was alleged it was, and seals were put on it. And then when it got to California, it was examined, and now they're investigating. I submit 60,000 pounds or 30 tons of ammonium nitrate, which is an explosive, is somewhere in someone's hands. And we're engaged in hearing about it in a cover-up fashion. So that's going on. And now we have this. We also had J Willie had a contact. He's a PhD economist from Costa Rica. A contact about the missing ammonium nitrate, and I think he actually put that out maybe about 2 weeks ago. It was also reported recently in the New York Times. So that's going on. It was Saltdale, California. So it went from Cheyenne, Wyoming to Saltdale, California. So that's happening. Now we're hearing chatter about the Congress getting the sat phones And also moving to continuity of government bunkers by May 27. All right. So now the chatter is that we can expect soon an emergency broadcast. We can expect arrests to be going on of many people in the government. We can expect 2 to 10 days of darkness, which doesn't necessarily mean no electricity, but rather maybe not mainstream media. We can expect Nasara Jassara, so that would mean a complete failure of our current financial system. We can expect a replacement of our government and President Trump with military backing back in place. This is coming from a pastor source. All right. Now, other people are saying, I smell an FF. So that's going on. Now, we do have this. And so more chatter. And I've been keeping up with that so I can substantiate this is true. Monkey Werx has been documenting and reporting on survey flights by the U.S. military over the U.S. for the past month. And I have a source that says it was about 2,500 flights. And they were flying low to the ground and doing survey where they were videotaping the current land, all the hills. And now I submit to you with my background, there's currently magma rising inside the earth. We currently have geologic events happening. When we saw that recent earthquakes taking place in New York and California. But this has been going on. So this leads credence to the federal government knew something was going on. And let's not forget about the Chinese balloons, because when it came out about the Chinese balloons, I believe they were being allowed by, and we believe the deep state is controlled and largely in bed with the CCP. But I speculated that the reason for the Chinese balloons could be because there are geologic changes going on, and now we're hearing about the East Coast and the West Coast sinking, subsidence of the land, and so on. And I submitted that the Chinese balloons operated beneath the cloud cover so that they could map out the land for geology reasons. If you were getting ready to invade a nation, you would want to know where the likely sinkholes going to develop. So that's going on. Now we have this. We had from Canadian Prepper that General Zaluzhny. He's the head of the Ukraine military. And this is coming from Jacob Dreesen. He's a retired Army military analyst. That Canadian Prepper put out that he had received information that General Zaluzhny was either in the hospital or had passed away. Now, this is coming out from Jacob Dreesen, his information. Recently, in one of the bombings that Russia did, they hit underground bunkers where General Zaluzhny was present. The location has not been identified yet, but Jacob Dreesen's information is he was hit, he's had multiple surgeries, and he's currently in a coma. And another way to back this up, according to the information Jacob Dreesen has, is that General Zaluzhny has not had a public appearance in 9 days. So that's going on. So I say to my family and friends, it's a good time to prep and pray. And I say, remain steady out there. Continue to pray. It's good to remember God is in charge and He is on the move. I love you, and I'll see you soon.